The rain had just stopped when the city began to stir. Puddles reflected the gray morning sky, and the streets glistened as the first buses and motorcycles moved cautiously along wet asphalt. In a narrow alley near the busy market, a man named Ahmed was already awake. He wasn't rushing to an office. He wasn't wearing a crisp suit. He didn't have a title or accolades that anyone could see. He had a simple life, a modest apartment, and a quiet routine. But Ahmed carried a secret of heroism no one around him ever noticed. For years, he had lived unnoticed, blending into the crowd like another passerby. Yet every day, he saved lives, often without anyone realizing it. It all began 5 years ago. Ahmed had been walking home one night when he noticed a young boy struggling in the river that ran behind the market. Without thinking, Ahmed jumped in, pulling the child to safety. The boy had never known his rescuer's name. Ahmed didn't tell anyone. He didn't seek recognition. He just walked home, wet and exhausted, but satisfied. From that night on, he began noticing things other people overlooked. The elderly woman who struggled to cross busy streets, the small children left alone while their parents worked, the stray animals that needed food and care. Ahmed quietly helped them all. He fixed leaking roofs for neighbors who couldn't afford a handyman. He carried heavy groceries up several flights of stairs for the elderly. He even left envelopes of money for struggling families who had no idea who had helped them. No one ever knew it was him. Most people assumed kindness was rare or that someone else would step in. But Ahmed believed that one person quietly helping others could change a life, maybe even a whole community. One rainy afternoon, the market was crowded as usual. People rushed past, holding umbrellas and trying to keep their feet dry. Ahmed noticed a young woman, her face pale and anxious, standing near a bus stop. She clutched a small folder tightly to her chest, shaking slightly. Something told Ahmed she needed help. He approached quietly. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. The woman looked startled. I'm late," she stammered. "I just lost my job application documents. I don't know what to do." Ahmed glanced at the papers scattered in the wind. Without hesitation, he bent down, gathered the folder, and handed it to her. "Here," he said, "make sure nothing else blows away." Tears filled her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "I thought I had lost everything." Ahmed smiled gently. "You haven't." "Look now." She ran off toward the bus, clutching the folder as if it were the most precious thing in the world. Later that evening, Ahmed returned to his small apartment. He didn't feel the need to tell anyone about what had happened, because, to him, heroism wasn't about recognition. It was about impact. Over the years, the people Ahmed helped began to thrive. The elderly woman could finally walk to the store without fear. The children grew up safe and fed. The young woman who had lost her documents eventually became a successful lawyer, always remembering the stranger who had saved her application that rainy day. One winter, a flood struck the city. Homes were destroyed. Families were trapped. Ahmed didn't hesitate. He helped evacuate neighbors. He carried people to safety. He brought food and blankets to shelters. Even when others criticized him for taking risks, Ahmed never stopped. One night, during the height of the flood, a local news reporter was filming near the river. She caught footage of a man wading through waist-deep water, carrying a child on his shoulders while holding a bag of supplies in the other hand. She didn't know his name. She didn't know his story. But the footage went viral. People across the city called him a hero. Yet Ahmed never revealed who he was. He remained in the shadows, helping silently, quietly proud of the lives he had touched. Years later, the young lawyer, the one whose documents Ahmed had saved, came back to the city. She had become a prominent figure in the community and had helped pass laws for disaster relief and child welfare. During a city ceremony honoring local heroes, she stepped up to the podium. "I want to tell you a story about someone you've never heard of," she said. She described the man who had saved her documents years ago, who had helped countless people in silence, who had risked his own safety for strangers he would never meet again. The audience was silent, captivated. No one knew his name, she continued. No one could identify him. But he is the reason I'm here today. He is the reason so many lives were saved during the flood, and he continues to help every single day. Ahmed watched the broadcast from his apartment. He didn't step forward. He didn't take credit. But inside, he smiled, because being a hero wasn't about applause. It was about doing the right thing when no one is watching. It was about standing up, helping others, and making the world a little brighter. And Ahmed, the silent hero, had done exactly that every single day.